Hey, folks, and welcome back to the Business Corner. So, today I want to talk about a subject that has come up recently in the news, and I'm not sure if you've been hearing about it or know about it, but we're going to discuss it because it kind of impacts how um, exactly how much power the government has over your personal private property, right? So, coming before the Supreme Court, and you can find the article on several different news sites, and it's out there all over the place. Coming before the Supreme Court is another argument that is, of course, out of California, and once again from the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, because they don't ever seem to get anything constitutionally correct. But that's simply my opinion. So what it is that there is a California law that says union representatives um, are allowed to petition farm workers uh, for unionization. Now, here's the problem. California law says that they're allowed to enter private property even though they have no business and they're told they're not welcome there, right? Um, Granted, there are some caveats, such as they have to give notice and they can only interrupt it says here 4 30-day periods um, a year, and can only speak to workers an hour before work and an hour after and during their lunch break. Um, Now, this came out of the whole grapes of wrath situation that happened with California and its migrant worker population. The problem is that I don't think that the people that are the people who have brought the claim are I think they're arguing the wrong thing. They're saying that the regulation takes their property. The regulation doesn't take their property. I think the state's making a bad argument as well. However, what I do think is that um, as a private property owner, the only people that can legitimately come onto the property if they have official business of some kind would be a government worker. And the state is kind of making that argument. They're making the argument that they uh, allow uh, inspectors and food processing and people they're allowing and those types of people onto the property. But if you run a farm, then you sign waivers that you can uh, be that you are allowing that you allow those people onto your farm to do things like safety checks, food checks, um, health checks, things like that, to make sure that you're running your farm or your business in a safe manner. Union representatives are not federal employees. They're not there for any kind of health and safety inspection. I completely disagree with the fact. I disagree with both sides, and this is why. I don't think that the people making the argument are arguing it correctly, because the government is not taking their property, right? Nobody is taking their property. Um, what I do think that they have an argument on is that the government does not have the power to allow a non-government inspector or person onto your property for any reason. They don't have the power to authorize it. If these union people want to unionize the migrant farmers, I am all for that. It's bound and protected in the Constitution, but they need to find a way to get them off the farm to a local seminar, get them to a local hotel, find a way to get them to where they can attend a union meeting, and it doesn't interfere with the property rights of the farmer who doesn't want them on their property, which is also guaranteed in the Constitution. The Constitution guarantees from that the government isn't allowed to do certain things, and the government definitely isn't doesn't have the power to allow third party non-government officials access to your property without your permission. Um, I think the state is making an even worse argument though, because they're um, they are saying that it allows health and safety people onto their property to do these inspections, but these people aren't inspectors. They're union representatives. There's a complete and total line between someone inspecting your farm to make sure that you're not spreading E. coli or some other um, bacteria, and that you're running your factory in a health and safe manner versus a person trying to get people to unionize your workers. There is a very much distinct difference between that. And I think that if you want to argue that count, then the farmers making the argument have a pretty good case. Um, so I would like to hear what you think. It's open and ripe for discussion. And tune in next time to the next Business Corner. Have a great weekend.